viewers. You are welcome to Nigeria Today, the flagship program of the Eagle Eye News Media. This week, Saturday, by the grace of God, we are having a very distinguished personality, a grassroots mobilizer, somebody from the Southeast who has brought ingenuity to politics, especially at the grassroots level. Is the councillor representing Vanderpuye ward, Tafabalewa, Jos North local government, Plateau State, and it's no other person than Rt.Hon.Uzoma. You are welcome, sir.
Thank you very much.
Yes, sir. Can you please briefly tell us about yourself, sir?
Thank you for the opportunity. My name is Rt.Hon.Uzoma Okoro Anthony. I'm from Imo State. I was born here on the Plateau. My primary school on the Plateau, secondary school, the famous St. Morumba College. I proceeded to the university in Tafawa University, where I read electrical and electronics engineering. My service, I served Nigeria at Oyo State, Iseyin, after which I worked with ISON BPO, which is in charge of Airtel customer care, and I came back to Jos, where I served under the political scene. I served as Deputy Director Non-Native Youth Wing for GNS Bajok, and by the grace of God, today I'm the Councilor representing Vanderpuye ward, and I'm also the Deputy Leader, Jos North Legislative Arm.
Yeah, sir, thank you very much for that very brief intro. Sir, you have not been in the office in the last above a year now, if I'm not mistaken. But so much has been done as a councillor. Sir, can you briefly tell us some of the things you have done so far?
Thank you very much. Some of the things I've done, I want to say we, because we're working as a team, not as an individual, because after electionary period comes governance. I and my team, during Christmas, what we did, we decided to check the vulnerable, which the widows are part of the vulnerable, and we distributed not less than 80 bags of 10 kg rice to each of them. And after then, we rehabilitated a borehole, 2 borehole. One was rehabilitated even before the election commenced behind St. Teresa's Church. After then, another project I embarked on was to make sure that school children are being equipped with writing materials, where I donated some writing materials to 3 schools, St. Teresa's Boys Methodist and St. Paul's Academy, so as to enhance education. And also, 2 weeks back, I want to thank His Excellency Rt.Caleb Mutfwang for actually giving fertilizer at a subsidized rate to all local governments. But I looked at it, instead of telling people to buy at the subsidized rate, I have my constituents at heart. So with the help of the executive chairman of Jos North, Barrister J.K. Chris, I was able to acquire some bags of fertilizer with my money. Then I now distributed it in 10 kg so as to get a wider coverage. The distribution was free. None amount was paid, and we hope to do more.
Yeah, as you have said so much, sometimes one of the challenges we have is the synergy between the legislative and the executive arm. How will you describe your relationship with the executive arm, especially in Jos North?
Wow, this is a question that some people want to shy away from. But I want to tell you that Jos North, we are intact. Our executive chairman has been doing very wonderfully well, and his deputy, Honorable Alhaji Kabiru Garkuwa, they have held the local government very well. So there's a synergy between the legislative arm and the executive. I also want to give kudos to the secretary of the local government, Pharmacist Gyang. He's a very Samuel Ishaya Gyang. He's a very nice guy. So the synergy, I want on a scale of 1 to 10, I will rate it 8.
Yeah, sir, thank you very much. Let's just a bit move a little bit small from the Jos North. Recently, Nigeria just celebrated democracy. And here on the plateau, so much have been said that the governor have done. How will you personally assess the governor of Plateau State?
Fantastic. Governor Caleb Mutfwang is a man that fears God. And when you go to every nook and cranny of Plateau State, he has turned almost everywhere to a construction site. The development is wow. I want to really give kudos to him, and I say, may God not depart his presence so that he would do more for Platonians. I want to say, Your Excellency, keep doing the good work. We are feeling the impact and we are seeing it. He's a man, just as I said, a man that fears God. So he's a man that came with plans for Plateau, and by the grace of God, that will be achieved.
Yeah, Asa, you sound like somebody who is the son of the soil. You are coming from the southeast, representing a constituency that is predominantly from the southeast. How will you assess your acceptance in terms of the geopolitical zone you are coming from?
First of all, I want to give kudos to the Plateau indigenes and the non-indigenes, because this is democracy. They've proven that democracy can be attained wherever you are. Yes, I'm from Imo State. That's my state of origin. Here on the Plateau, my acceptance, I was dumbfounded, because not only my word, whenever I go to the secretariat, you see even my Muslim brothers, the way they scream, Okoro, Okoro. There was a day I was passing by, one of the guys, especially Wibaro, was like, Sekai. I was looking, where's this guy? The next thing he called my name. At a point, I feel like I want to use the word like the most famous counselor. That is, although it's on a lighter note. So my acceptance, I am impressed.
Yeah, as there are so much that is going on, you run under the platform of the People's Democratic Party. And presently, there are so much challenges in your party, issues of realignment, coalition, and the rest of them. How have you been able to receive these challenges so far, especially that you are on that same platform, the PDP? What is your advice? What is your take so far?
Politics, we have people that are impressed with the current situation, we have aggrieved people. However, what I would say is that let we not always be in a rush to the camp, because any house that is not built well, we look inside and say, what is the problem and how do we solve the problem? However, some politicians, they are not after the interest of the nation. What they are after is their own personal selfish interest. That's why whenever a house, a party has issue, you see them, they start running away. But I want to tell you that the party here on the plateau, we are very strong. PDP is very strong. Our principal, who is our governor, is a man of his words, and the man is standing tall. I also want to say he's not going anywhere.
Yeah, as we have said so much, let's narrow down to you again. So, I know you just came in, and a lot of persons from the graveyard and everywhere have said so much about your person that you are very visible. What is your leadership style? You are accessible. Are you getting me? In contact with fellow journalists, people say so much about you. What has brought about this? It's unusual.
Well, depending on the mindsets, so many people go into politics to enrich themselves. Well, I'm a businessman, by the grace of God, a successful businessman. What actually prompted me in going into politics is to make sure that my constituents feel the dividend of democracy. And that is why I entered politics, joined politics. However, you get to see people not being accessible. I laugh at it because I'm just a counselor. Anybody can be a counselor, and you being a counselor, one of the qualities is accessibility. You should be very close to the grassroots so that at any moment they knock and you listen to them. So I believe my type of policy is an open door policy, which you can confront me, see me anywhere, anytime. I'm always ready.
Yes, sir, you are representing a constituency. What are some of the plans you have? You are just new into this office. What are some of the plans you have marked for your constituency? Because the world is watching you.
Well, first and foremost, I want people to know that I am a lawmaker. And one of the qualities of a lawmaker is lobbying. Whenever one of the things I really want to do is, if there are interest of my people, I lobby it to the local government to make sure that the dividend of democracy is being felt in my ward. However, I have my own personal engagements, like empowerment. With time, things will unfold. I don't want to make promises at the end of the day. I don't do it, but for now, let's work and see how things unfold.
Yeah, sir, you have said so much because you are a legislature, and most people don't understand how this play. People feel sometimes that you should be responsible for distributing money to people all the time. But be that as it may be, there is so much that is going on in Plateau State. And as a councillor, you understand me, coming from the southeast political zone, you have your people here. What advice will you want to give to your people in terms of how they relate to the indigenous people here on the plateau?
Well, I really want to appreciate, first and foremost, I want to appreciate them for the support they've given to me thus far. And I also want to tell them they should be involved in plateau politics. My people should not look at it as we're from the southeast. Anything that happens in the plateau or on the plateau, we don't give a damn about it. But no, we should, because anything that happens on the plateau will affect us. So my advice to my people who are from the southeast is that they collaborate with the indigenes of this state so that we can build a plateau where peace will reign, just as the slogan goes, home of peace and tourism.
Yeah, as we are coming to the home stretch, let's come down to our main topic, grassroots development, a panacea for national development. You understand me? So, so much has been said about local government administration in Nigeria. How will the local government, how will the grassroots development of the grassroots, you being a councillor, help to enhance national development?
Oh, thank you very much. Most people use the word grassroots, grassroots.
Hmm.
And when we talk about grassroots, what do we mean by grassroots? Grassroots has to do with the local community, the locals as the are the grassroots. So in order to ensure national development, we really need to work with the grassroots, empower the grassroots, and there are ways which we can empower the grassroots. There are some opportunities like microfinance bank, farmers bank, where the farmers can be given loan so that they can farm. And if they farm, at the end of the day, what happens? The produce will be brought out, and after selling it, we can even get our revenue from there. Meanwhile, the microfinance bank can also help small scale business men and women so that they can also boost the economy. And I want to tell you, if the economy of my ward is boosted, and all the whole world, the 20 wards of Plateau State, Jos North, sorry, the whole 20 wards in Jos North, before you know it, there will be enhancement in our IGR. I come from a ward where our IGR is very high. because we contribute immensely in the IGR of Jos North. Vanderpuye ward is mainly business oriented people that are there. So in enhancing the grassroots, I tell you, sure, when the grassroots is developed, the nation will be a better place.
Yeah, sir, thank you. Still on development of the grassroots, how it will enhance uh, national development. Uh, the local government autonomy has been in the front burner, sir. Are you satisfied what is on ground so far in terms of that Supreme Court verdict that gives room for local government full autonomy?
Well, the Supreme Court has given its verdict, and implementation is another thing.
It's another
And
thing,
the
sir.
problem we have in Nigeria is not always giving a verdict, it's the implementation. So far, so good. I would not say I am satisfied with the implementation because little or no implementation has been done. And all over the streets, whenever people see councillors, they will say, you've been giving local government autonomy, local government financial autonomy. They tend to demand more from you. So I would advise that the federal government should have a stand on this so that we know where the local government is heading to. And if they equip or grant and implement the local government autonomy, I tell you, Nigeria will be a better place.
Yeah, as still on the development of the local government, security is a very key aspect. As a legislature, you understand me, legislator, what are you people doing in terms of the security of Jos North in particular? Is there any legislation, is there any plan you people have? Because so far, the peace on Jos North, we have relative peace so far, you understand me, compared to other local governments.
Now, talking about peace, first of all, I want the world to know that in the Jos North legislative arm, where we have both Muslims and Christians, we are one. We are not divided. We are one. So there is peace in the legislative arm. And coming to the question of what have we been doing or what are we doing to ensure that the peace
It's being
is being
sustained.
sustained. Recently, a security outfit was launched by our executive chairman, Just Not Security Outfit. And those young men have been trying. And there was a bill that was passed on this Sarasuka boys that mainly at our Muslim dominated area where they enhance, take people's things, even chop off people's hands. So we are actually working on it. And also we are not ignorant of the fact that when you come to places like Genta, Pata, Gada, you get to hear of cultism. But the truth is that there are measures that are put in place that are checkmating it. Anybody who has been on the plateau, especially staying in Apata as of 2 years back, would definitely testify that those things has been reduced drastically.
Yeah, thank you very much for giving justice to that question because a lot of people have carried a notion nationwide about the peace on the plateau and just being a miniature Nigeria, so much is expected from the legislative man. So let's move on from that. Uh, Also, in terms of because we are talking about development, how does the grassroots development enhance because we say it's the panacea for national development. So, is there anything you people are doing in terms of sports? You understand me? In terms of sports, you understand me? In the local government as a legislative hand.
Uh, Now, in terms of sports, there are several competitions that have been organized. In fact, last 2 weeks, one of the competitions, the finals was played. It was organized by my brother, my very good friend, the councilor representing Narabuta A, who is the deputy majority leader. And several sports fest games has been organized, competitions, and we want to do more because we got to understand that football, I want to single out football, brings people together.
It's a unifying factor.
Yes, the unifying factor. So in no distant time, like mine, by the grace of God, before the end of the year, I'll also be organizing a football competition in my ward, which I've actually set up a committee that will look into it and to organize it.
Yeah, sir, thank you, sir. Let's still, as we close up because of your very busy engagement, sir, with the pressure with what is going on so far in the PDP, do you have any plans in the future to leave the PDP? Or will you want to toe the path of His Excellency if he decides to leave the PDP? Because we have seen in so many states like Akwa Ibom, it's a mass thing.
Now, I want to categorically state it that I've never defected to any party. Jos is PDP, PDP is Plateau, because PDP was given birth on the Plateau. For me, I don't have any plans of leaving the party. And for His Excellency, I want to put it, let it be on record, that His Excellency has affirmed to us that he is not leaving the party. He is a man of integrity. He is a man of his word. So I want to tell the PDP followers on the plateau they should not be shaken because PDP has come to stay, and His Excellency, being our principal, is with us. Hail and hearty. Thank you.
Sir, just as we close up, some divides on the plateau, some political pundits have posited that your legislative arm is a rubber stamp to the executive chairman. Are you getting me? Oh my, what's your take? Is it true?
Definitely false. We are not rubber stamp, and we can never be. I want to tell you, in the history of Jos North have not produced vibrant councillors like this sets. These are sets of councillors that are educated. These are sets of councillors that sacrifice. They are true representative of their people. The problem with people outside is whenever they synergy and
It's
they see,
cordial.
yes, it's cordial, they tend to look at it as safe. The chairman is controlling the people. No, is the executive chairman of Jos North local government is a very gentleman, is a honorable man, and he has no time to even say he wants to rubber stamp us. But we in the legislative arm, we know that all eyes are on Jos North. That is why we do our work diligently and work in synergy with the executives.
Yeah, as if there's any word as you're about to leave the studio, if there's any word or any advice you have for the national, for the presidency concerning local government administration in Nigeria, what would be that singular advice?
The singular
Because you are in the system so far.
Yes, the singular advice I would give is the president, His Excellency Bola Ahmed Tinubu, should ensure that the implementation of local government autonomy, because when we implement it, the grassroots, I always emphasize on the grassroots because I'm a grassroots politician. If the grassroots is developed, him himself would find it easier rather than staying in Abuja and making and speaking out. Let us come down to the grassroots so that the grassroots would benefit. At the end of the day, the solution, the issues will be identified. However, prefer solutions so that it can engage in permanent solution, though it might not be 100%, but it will be close to minimal. Thank you.
Sir, I cannot leave you without going and asking this question each time I meet anybody from the Southeast extraction. Do you believe that the time is ripe for an Igbo presidency in Nigeria?
Absolutely sure. Absolutely sure. Because I am a man that respects tradition and origin where I come from. Where I come from, we do not claim indigene of another place. So, however, I want to say categorically, I am an Igbo man, and the time is right for an Igbo presidency. And I want to tell you that if Nigerians will think about it and give an Igbo man a chance, I want to tell you Nigeria will be a sweet heaven. because God has embedded this wisdom in an Igbo man that comes, he knows how to handle things. At the end of the day, let's try it. However, party is supreme. Thank you.
So, any word for your constituency, the good people of Plateau State?
Let me start with the good people of Vanderpuye. Just as I said in my slogan, a new Vanderpuye is here, and I see smile on the faces of Vanderpuyans, and I'm always encouraged. One thing I want to tell you is, let us don't deter, let us live in unity, let us pray, let us don't engage in violence. Whenever you see me doing wrong, feel free, walk up to me and tell me I'm doing wrong. I'm human, I'm prone to making mistakes. And also the people of Jos North, Plateau at large, please, for that of Jos North, let us rally around our principal, who is Honorable Barrister J.K. Chris. He's a man of vision. He's the man that wants to make Jos North a better place. And for Plateau, please, every tribe, let us rally around our governor, His Excellency Barrister Manasseh Mutfwang. The captain of the town is now movement on the plateau because of the good works he is doing. He is a generally acceptable governor. Please let us rally around him. Let's eschew violence. Whenever you see something, you say something. Whenever you notice ways that are not good, please say it out, because security is everybody's business. Thank you.
Yeah, viewers, we thank you very much for your patience. We have been speaking with the Councilor Honorable Uzoma Okoro, representing Councilor representing Vanderpuye Ward in Jos North Local Government, Plateau State, North Central Nigeria. This is Eagle Eye News24 and our flagship program, Nigeria Today. Thank you. Honorable, we thank you for your time, despite your very tight schedule. We had one or two hiccups. Thanks for your understanding. I will look forward to having you some other time as issues come around. It's a pleasure, and God bless you, sir.
Bless you, sir.
Let's take a picture.